So fast.
It's in fast forward. It's the fourth touchdown of the game for Murray. He did it with his arms. He did it with his legs. Cardinals had the lead there 31-24. But then 3:30 to play. Murray just adding on to it. Downfield, Christian Kirk has a pickup of 35 yards. And then later in the drive, Zane Gonzalez. That's Tua there. Now we're going to go to the Dolphins trying to make a kick. 31-31. That is good. Puts the Dolphins ahead. Now we go to 3:30 to play. Murray back out there. Throwing downfield. Here's the aforementioned Christian Kirk. Here's the once talked about 35-yard gain. And then the chance for Zane Gonzalez to come out for the game-tying 49-yard field goal. But you can't be perfect all the time. I kept saying about the Steelers. Gonzalez is not perfect here because that kick is not good. It is short. Needed to be 49, and it's just not it. Online just didn't have the distance. So this one is going to go to the Dolphins. 34-31. They improved to 5-3 and 2-0 with Tua. Here's head coach Brian Flores.
And I thought he made a lot of plays for us. A lot of big plays for us, especially down the stretch when we needed it. You know, it was kind of a back and forth game. They made plays, we made plays. The stage wasn't too big for him tonight. He played well, but we had a lot of guys play well, offensive line, you know, backs, tight ends. Everyone contributed. A lot of guys contribute. It was a team victory. We made plays really, all three sides of the ball. And that's what you need to win a game like that against an opponent like that.
So today was the Dolphins' fourth straight win. It is Miami's longest win streak in a while. Here's Tua on the win.
I think it was a good, win first off. But I think the biggest thing throughout the game was, taking what the defense gave us, and just taking it a play at a time, snap at a time. I was very fortunate, before that play to have ran, and got out of that, that pressure situation on third down. But I think it's just taking it a play at a time. And, the plays that we've been given by our offensive coordinator, by Chan, he helped us, get into situations where we could be successful offensively.
Adam?
You mentioned Chan. What did he do in the past week to get you to where you are now? You obviously seem a lot more comfortable and certainly more productive than last week. What was this week of practice like, and what did you see during the game that kind of that this week laid the groundwork for?
There wasn't much change throughout practice, throughout the week. I would say, coming into this week, we were able to get into a rhythm offensively in the pass game, and then we were able to use that to our advantage as well. So if we wanted to run it, we could run it, mix some other things in there and, just go with our dropbacks and throw it. I think Chan did a great job with, getting me comfortable with, getting the ball out quick and then also looking downfield and, just going through my progression reads as well. But, kudos goes to everyone, up front with the O-line, the blocking with the backs, and then all the receivers making plays.
Stafford?
Hey, Tua, we saw you definitely run the ball quite a bit, not afraid to slide on your left side and also, escaping pressure and running upfield. What was it like for you to kind of break free, have those plays, and maybe what was some of the reaction from your teammates after you were making those plays?
Yeah, the reaction from the teammates, they're always going to be happy when you get a big chunk play or you convert for a first down. They were very excited, and I was excited that they were excited. But I just think it was one of those things you just got to go out there and play. We knew what we were up against. They're a great defensive team, great offensive team. I think everyone underlooks their special teams as well. They're really, really talented on both sides of the ball and all three phases of the game. But I think we came out with the intention to know that this was going to be a hard-fought game. And we did come out and play all four quarters as a team.
Joe?
Well, I also want to specifically ask about the scrambling and the running. You mentioned that there was that critical third down run. I want to ask, to us, it was eye-opening to see running as well as you were running. Can you talk about the mindset and the approach that you brought to the field, specifically related to a willingness to run when needed?
Yeah, I think the Dolphins organization, you know, with Kyle Johnson and, you know, everyone from the medical staff, you know, if they felt that they would be putting me in a bad situation if, you know, I had to go and make a play on the run and whatnot, I don't think they'd let me go out there and play. So, you know, knowing that that's how it was going to be, I mean, even myself, I had self-confidence that I'd be able to go out there, and if I needed to make a play with my legs, you know, I would. But I mean, that was probably the slowest I ever felt. Oh my goodness. I felt like I was running in quicksand.
Ruthie?
You just want to see improvement into it from week to week. This was start number 2, and if they rushed 4, he shredded them all game. He also was really good against the blitz. In the second half alone, he was 6 for 8 against the blitz with 65 yards and a touchdown. We can really have this conversation in 2 parts because it was a win for the Dolphins, but Tua and Kyler Murray were both so impressive and very equal, at least in the passing game. Tua, 71% completion percentage. It's 20 of 28, 248 yards, and the 2 touchdowns. Jim, what do you think of what we're seeing from him right now?
I thought what we saw was awesome. And hearing him talk after the game there, I think is really telling. Because I think it was really representative of kind of how the game went. So what he is feeling and experiencing is actually what's happening, which is important for a young player. Chan Gailey, as he referenced in his comments there, did a really good job of finding ways to get him going early in the football game. And by getting him going early, making him feel like he, was moving the football team, finding completions, it helps him play better late. And so then you get, later into the football game, and now all of a sudden it's a 3rd and 9 and you're backed up, and Patrick Peterson's trying to jump a curl, but that ball is thrown perfectly. Then you've got a free runner and the ability to make him miss in the pocket and then make another guy miss in the open field. That's happening because I think he just got to a point where he was just cutting it loose and playing football, and it looked like a guy that, we saw in college where he would create offense on his own, and that just wasn't what they were doing with him early in the football game. Early in the football game, it was move the pocket plays, have throws right in front of him, maybe a screen to the tight end, kind of gimme throws, if you will, easy completions, but that kind of got his motor going, and then when it was kind of in the heat of the battle, he was fantastic, and I thought kind of how he described it, in terms of Chan getting him ready and then all of a sudden just playing football was exactly how it went for him. It was a really impressive performance.
Guys, and I have to apologize. I got my Bulls confused earlier. I think I said it was the wrong Bowl, but the last time we saw these two head-to-head was the 2018 Orange Bowl. These two finished 1-2 in Heisman voting. And let's not forget about what Kyler Murray did today. 21 of 26, or 80% completion percentage. 283 yards in the air, but he also led the team in rushing with 106 yards, and he scored a touchdown there. It feels very much like when you're watching these two play that this is the future of the NFL.
Yeah, it is. It is the future, and I love watching this matchup. I love watching this, even as a defender, and it would drive me absolutely crazy to try and defend these guys because they're so fast and they're so elusive. And when you look at Kyler and you look at Tua, it's confidence. They're playing with confidence, and I feel like Tua is just going to continue to progress and have more confidence. But, I mean, look, when you watch these two guys play, it's dynamic. It's hard for a defense to figure it out. And just the throws here that Tua's making, he's throwing this ball, he's confident, he's running around, making plays. And with Kyler Murray, again, if you take away the Dolphins strip sack for a touchdown, that's basically the game. So it came down to just one turnover where the Dolphins were able to make that turnover. They score another 7 points on defense.
I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to let you give some credit to the defense.
Yep,
I was like, that's been the difference.
Exactly.
The last 2 games, the defense and special teams has been there to support. you.